What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again, and we're here to do another collection tour, and we're going to start with an overview. But before we get started, make sure to comment down below, like the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell for updates. And yeah, very excited to show you guys this collection today. I have spent so much time curating and assembling and working on this collection and just thinking about it and you know, cataloging everything I do. And family members, friends, everyone in between have helped me sort of assemble things and come up with ideas. So shout out to all of them for helping me out with all this. But guys, let's get started with the specifics. Part 1, 1/6 scale figures. Let's talk about my 1/6 scale collection. Primarily Hot Toys, but there are a lot of other figures in here to discuss as well. So you can see here the top row is movies. It'll be movies and TV mostly, but you can see a lot of different figures from different IPs here because I have a lot of different interests and passions and all that type of stuff. So you can see here starting left to right, we have the Pop Toys third-party Scorpion, the InArt Pennywise figure, the Game Toys Cloud from Advent Children, and of course the Joker 2-pack from InArt. Guys, I love all of these characters so much, and I had to put them top shelf because they're so good. You can see here even on the right, the InArt Gandalf. We got the Joker in the middle there with the jail bar and Two-Face from Hot Toys and all that. And on the right-hand side, you can see you got Terminator DX13, you got the Jack Sparrow, you got the InArt Gandalf again, Two-Face, and Joker. So still plenty of room to add a couple more figures to this display. But for now, I got a wide encompassing display here at the top with movies and eventually TV figures. But right now, it's all movies. Let's get to that second row, and that is Marvel. And this is the MCU. And of course, you got some Sonyverse stuff in there as well. But a lot of great figures in here. I love my Marvel collection. I still have room for at least probably 3 to 4 more Marvel figures. But for now, I am super excited with how curated and amazing it is. From left to right, you see Hot Toys Carnage, you see Loki there from Avengers Endgame, Venom from the Venom film, Thor from Infinity War Thanos, you got the Battle Damage Iron Man from Endgame, Cap from Endgame, Iron Man Mark 7 from Avengers 1, and Shang-Chi from his solo film Shang-Chi. And if we're looking at the right side of the case, you can see here Wenwu from Shang-Chi. We got Black Panther, the 2.0 version from the Black Panther film. Eric Killmonger from the Black Panther film. That is the Spider-Man movie promo by Hot Toys in the back there, shooting his web, and love that tech suit, the Stark suit. Really the first Spider-Man suit to me from the MCU, and I love that one. Now we're looking at the Star Wars shelf on the third level. You can see here, got a lot of great stuff, plenty of room for additions. I don't have a Darth Vader right now because I made space for the Battle Damage Kenobi version, so I sold my Empire one, but there will be a Darth Vader that occupies that spot right in front of Anakin. Left to right, you can see Mando, Cad Bane, Darkseid Anakin, Praetorian Guard, The Force Awakens R2, and then you got Kylo. And a little bit closer look here. Of course, this is the Chrome Beskar Mando, Cad Bane from Book of Boba, the Darkseid Anakin, the Grail. Again, like I said, Praetorian from The Last Jedi. I love them. And I like the film overall. Force Awakens R2 and we got Rise of Skywalker Kylo. On the right side, you can see here, we got the Daisy Ridley Rey figure from the Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren from the Force Awakens, a double blade Praetorian Guard in the back there, Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace, the Darth Maul to own, Attack of the Clones Yoda and Dooku. Of course, I am a prequels fan, whether some believe it or not. I grew up on the prequels, so I'm excited about that. So looking at the Star Wars display there, you can see you got a lot of well-rounded, affiliations or sort of representation there, rather is the word I'm looking for. So we got a lot of different things. We got Disney stuff, we got TV shows, we got prequels, we got sequels, we got a bunch of other stuff in there as well. Original Trilogy needs a little bit of love, but game display here. You can see here we got a lot of great stuff. Final Fantasy will be a key part of this display as I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. So you can see here we got a lot of Final Fantasy VII figures, some Mortal Kombat figures as well. But left to right, we got the VS Toys. This is the Nanaki Red 13. Game Toys, 3 different figures there. We got Zack, we got Cloud, and we got Sephiroth and Cloud's bike, the Hardy Daytona. And of course, we got the Storm Collectibles, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which I may be modifying those at some point, but I love me some Scorpion and Sub-Zero. This is the Lim Toys Arthur Morgan. Shout out to Natalie G because I convinced her to pick this one up. So shout out to her for a favorite character. And this is the Lingjon Shu, I believe, the Western Paradise horse. It's basically from Westworld, but it works great. You can see here in a scan of the video game case, lots of room for more figures additions, but Uncharted, other stuff will be added, Last of Us, stuff like that. Let's move on to statues. So you can see here, statues, they take up a lot of space. These are Maji cases that I'm displaying all these figures in, and they were all custom for the most part. You can see here, we got the Prime 1, Baldur, Kratos, and Atreus. These are the Ultimate Premium Masterline statues. They look amazing as a diorama together. You can put them together, have them fighting each other. I love this Baldur. This may be the most underrated statue I've ever seen in my life, the most underappreciated character. I love Baldur. I thought he had so much depth. And of course, the Kratos and Atreus go amazing with the statue, but they work so well together. Yes, you could have one or the other, but if you have them together, they just look phenomenal. You can see the broods here on the statue. They blend in super nicely. Prime 1 is amazing at doing diorama displays, and God of War is no different. This is an absolute grail piece for me. You can see it on my live streams. I have this one front and center because they look so good together when they're fighting like that. It is just a beautiful artistic diorama display, and I love it. That said, here's another video game case. We got the Revan from Knights of the Old Republic, and of course, we got Jin Sakai from the Ghost of Tsushima. I love Ghost of Tsushima, you guys know that. Revan, of course, one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I have a Revan cosplay 501st. I love Revan. I loved KOTOR. Even though it felt dated, I loved playing the first 2 KOTOR games, and I hope they actually do remake it at some point. But you can see here Revan with the lighting. You can actually see his red mask a little bit better in person, but with the lighting, it's a little bit hard to decipher what's under the hood because the lighting is top down, obviously, so a little bit tricky. Jin Sakai, one of my favorite characters ever, one of my favorite pieces. This is a stunning beauty of art here. This is one that I would almost never sell just because of my connection to the character and, of course, how amazing the piece is. This is stunning. This is the Ghost armor, the deluxe version. You can swap it out, have him holding the mask if you want. I have the mask on him for now because I prefer that look just a little bit more. That said, let's move to the second level. We are going to talk about Game of Thrones. This is our 1/6 scale Game of Thrones display. It's a 3-0 Drogon. He is actually 1/6 scale. I believe it's probably from around season 5. Only 144 of these were made, but I love this Drogon. I hope my boy Kiko picks one up at some point. And I think this is just super underrated piece. It was a little bit pricey at the time. It was like 1,500 bucks. I got mine a little bit cheaper through HBO Shop. But yeah, I think this is going to be one that people might regret sleeping on. This is actually the Beast Kingdom Iron Throne. It's 1/6 scale. They made like 3,000 of these, so they're pretty plentiful. I was able to get it for much cheaper than the 350 retail price it was going for. But I think this has a lot of detail, and I really like this piece. There's a review on my channel if you want to see it. But InArt Game of Thrones figures will go in this display case. This will be my sort of Game of Thrones display here. This is the Prime 1 Beastly Sauron 1/4 scale, basically a half scale, but it's quarter scale, and Sauron's just such a big boy that he is basically the size of a half scale. And this is a stunning, stunning piece. Every time I have people look at the collection, I have people talk about my collection, they say, that Sauron is sick, dude. And it absolutely is. It is a little bit of a bitch to put together, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of parts, a lot of different moving pieces. You gotta assemble things. It'll take you a little bit of time. However, once you get him set up, the base is incredible. You can see there the Mordor lava and the skulls. Sauron is catching bodies, bro, and he is killing people. You can adjust the cape. It's all wired at pretty much every spot. And this is a very intimidating piece. I may put a shelf above him at some point, but it doesn't leave much room above him. So for now, he's just in there by himself. And of course, the Grail to rule all the Grails. This is the half-scale Prime 1 Pennywise statue. And this one, for those who know me, of course, is my prized possession, or one of them, because I absolutely love the character of Pennywise, and I think this statue is just stunning. A lot of times when people come over, this is the first thing they go to, not only because it's kind of creepy, but 2, because it's a really big piece. It's half scale, so it's like 4 feet tall, somewhere around there. You can see the base. You have Georgie's hand coming out from under the water. Look at the texture and the detail in the water, and the boat is actually magnetic. It just plops right in there. It is a stunning piece of art as well. I'm so happy to have this one in my collection. I just think it's beautiful. This again is not one that I could see myself moving on from, short of a wife that said, okay, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. I'd say, okay, well, it's not gonna work between us at that point. No, but this Pennywise is great. And I have an empty case, as you can see there. Loki from Queen Studios and some other stuff will probably go in there. I'm saving a little bit of space, but yeah. Last of Us statues, stuff like that. So there's space there. So part 3, moving on to props and 1/12 scale figures. You can see here, we got a closet that I, with the help of my dad, have turned into almost a display case. So yeah, I got lights inside acrylic, custom acrylic cubes. These acrylic cubes are from Shop Pop Displays. You can get them custom made to whatever size you want. This is the Hot Toys 1-to-1 Infinity Gauntlet. It does light up, but I have the acrylic on it right now. So to get to the plug to light it up, you have to take it off, and it's a pain in the ass. So it's not lit up right now, but you can see it is a stunning piece as well. I think this piece was super slept on. I am shocked that more people do not have this in their collection. I just think it's beautiful. I was able to pick mine up a while back from cheaper from another collector, but I think this is a beautiful piece. Honestly, I love Infinity War. It's probably my favorite movie ever still. So yeah, it's beauty. So we got the Anovos Kylo Ren Generation 1 Force Awakens helmet, and we got an EFX Darth Vader helmet that has been modified. Shout out to Weston Staggs, who repainted it for me for my 501st cosplay. But you can see here, this is the Anovos Kylo Ren. This is Anovos. They're now De Nuevo Nova or whatever it's called, but this is Anovos previously, and they made this Kylo Ren Force Awakens helmet. You guys know my love for Kylo knows no bounds, so I had to have this helmet. I use it for my 501st Kylo cosplay. and I absolutely love it. I think it's a beauty. And again, this is not one I could see myself getting rid of. I would love to get a Kylo Ren lightsaber at some point licensed, but this is the EFX Darth Vader, another beautiful helmet repainted to a New Hope style to make it a little more beat up, a little more glossy looking, and a little more weathered, I guess you could say. But Weston, my friend, did a great job with this one. It's a great Darth Vader helmet. I wear it often, not around the house or whatever, but if I'm doing like a cosplay or something, then for sure I will put this boy on, and it looks the part. So up to the third row, you can see here we got the De Nuevo Novo Kylo Ren from The Rise of Skywalker with the red cracks. They do not light up. And we got the Game Toys 1/6 scale Advent Children bike Fenrir from Cloud Strife, Final Fantasy VII, the Advent Children film. You can see here, this is a 1-to-1 Kylo Ren licensed replica helmet from De Nuevo Novo. Absolutely love it. Rise of Skywalker. I'm a big fan of Rise of Skywalker. Again, not everyone loves it, but I don't love The Last Jedi as much, but I do love Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker. So the JJ trilogy I do like. This is the Game Toys Fenrir bike that I mentioned for the Final Fantasy VII film, Advent Children. Great bike. I got it displayed here in a custom acrylic cube. Like I said, Shop Pop displays where you pick up those. And I got some custom lighting in there, just some wireless LED lighting. It looks great. A lot of gold on this bike, a lot of colors you can see here. I tried to get the best angles I could to film this video. However, it's a little bit challenging just because it's in a closet and it's got acrylic cubes around it. So it's a pretty great bike, gotta love it. On the top shelf, we got the Lim Toys 1/12 scale, The Last of Us figures. So this is the Last of Us figures from part 1. Of course, we got Joel and Ellie there, and these again are 12th scale. I just reviewed these on my channel recently. I absolutely love them. For 12th scale, this is about as good as it possibly could get. There's a lot of detail. The likenesses are really great, and overall these are very satisfying figures. The Last of Us is my favorite franchise ever, obviously, and I love it. So moving on, we have the Valerian Steel King of the North Edition Longclaw. This is Jon Snow's sword from Game of Thrones. This is the King of the North Edition. This is a limited edition piece. I forget how many they made of these, but it's made of Damascus steel. So you do have to care for it. You do have to oil it. You have to wipe it down. You have to care for it every so often. Mine is not in perfect condition. However, overall, I think I've learned how to care for this thing, but it is a little bit of a process. Just showing the Damascus, you can see the etching and all that type of stuff in there. It gives you that display plaque with the Stark logos, emblems, the wolf and all that. So yeah, it's really, really cool. It just locks in your wall and is really great. This is from the PlayStation Store. It's a Last of a stop sign. I may have this custom weathered at some point. My dad helped me actually drill this into the bathroom door. So I think it's actually a really good spot to have this thing, but it's really cool. It's 1-to-1. It's like just from the game. You just got to weather it and all that type of stuff. You can see there's a wide shot of the stop sign and of course the sword and the closet there. And that was before I had Joel and Ellie's acrylic cube. So you can see they're just kind of hanging out in there for now. But yeah, the stop sign is great. Adds a little bit of personality to it. This is the Taylor 314 CE limited edition Last of Us Part 2 guitar. So they made this as a replica from the game, essentially, and this is a very, very rare piece. This is probably my most expensive piece that I own, just because once it's sold out, it shot up in price, and I absolutely love it. I have never actually played it because I have a Taylor 314 CE that I play instead, and this one is a collectible to me. You can see Ellie's backpack as well. That backpack is from the Ellie edition. It was weathered by Weston Staggs, my friend as well, Staggs FX Cosplay, so check him out. He does great work. And I got some arrows from Amazon, just threw them in there. And that's the bracelet from Ellie Edition Part 2 as well. I have since had a change of heart. I'm a really big fan of Part 2 now. I did not like it in the beginning. I've hated it, to be honest, but now I'm a fan. So we got the Lager Toys Loki Scepter. A lot of companies have made this scepter since then. It is full metal. It has light up in the stone, as you can see there. I got a custom Tesseract up there as well. I think I bought that from Etsy. I don't even remember where it was from, but it does light up and it has that Tesseract feel and vibe to it. So you can see the Lager Toys 1-to-1 metal Loki Scepter up there on its shelf, and of course the Tesseract as well. That said, here's my 1/8 scale statues. Honestly, very short section. They're only Attack on Titan. So we've got Aaron Yeager, Levi Ackerman, and Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. The Attack on Titan show is about to end this November. I will say, if you're a fan of anime, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. I think it is awesome. Attack on Titan, I am a big fan. So limited edition art prints. You guys know I'm a big fan of limited edition art prints. This is the Ellie art print from Cook and Becker. It's called Duality Day. And this was one that I had to search high and low for. It's a 16x20 print. I got a custom frame. Shout out to Keepsake Framing in Salisbury, Maryland. That's where I like to go. And yeah, beautiful piece. This is Pike Street, also from Cook and Becker, custom framed again, and it's from The Last of Us Part 2 when Ellie is on the hunt for Abby. And very beautiful piece, I find. Absolutely love it. I think it has a lot of detail to it. It's signed by the artist. Again, these are limited edition art prints, so the Last of Us ones tend to go up in value quite a bit. So these were not cheap to locate. So now I will be keeping my eye out for them in the future to make sure I get them when they go up for sale and not in the aftermarket, because that is not fun. We got another piece here. This is from Jake Cantu. This is actually a 16 by 20 piece license as well. They're all licensed that I just picked up from Gallery Nucleus, and it is a beautiful, stunning piece from part 1 of Joel and Ellie. Custom framed. Again, of course, you always got to go buy nice or buy twice with the framing. It's going to look good if you do it right, but I love this piece. Now we got a God of War print. This print is called Tyr. This is actually one from God of War, the first one, the 2018 version, where Kratos and Atreus are traveling towards Tyr's statue. You can see, I just thought it had a really cool ambiance to it, and a really cool artistic look and vibe. So I love art like this, and I love God of War, obviously. So I'm a big fan. Now we're looking at Ghost of Tsushima prints. This one is called Pegada. This one is actually, I'm not sure the size of this one, but this one is actually a really, really nice print as well. I think it might have been the first Cook and Becker print that I bought. So Cook and Becker for video game prints is like the place to go. It's a great place to be. They make a lot of high quality Gisli prints, I believe it's pronounced. And this one's called Jin's Horse Nobu, and a really small print. It's like an 8x11 or something like that, but it's a beautiful one. I bought this one a while back. I love my Ghost of Tsushima. I love my art prints, and I love my Cook and Becker. So for me, that was an easy choice. This one's called The Old Flooded Path. This is later when Jin Sakai is looking to travel to gain allies to fight the Khan. And this one is another limited edition Cook and Becker art print that I also really love. Had to pick this one up. It's an AP edition. They call those artist proofs. So I got some artist proofs there. Moving on to autographs, you can see here, we have a Tom Hiddleston Loki autograph. This is a 16 by 20 autograph. And this is one that I picked up a while back and had custom framed again, because you guys know my love for Loki, again, knows no bounds. So looking at my autograph book, you can see here, this is 16 by 20 Joel from Troy Baker. Troy Baker plays Joel in Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. So this is a Part 2 photo here of Joel playing the guitar, teaching Ellie how to play guitar. These are 11 by 14s you're seeing here. This is Adam Driver, Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens. Really love this one. This is one of the first autographs I picked up. I knew I needed a Kylo right away, so I picked up 11 by 14s. I do tend to collect 11 by 14 and 16 by 20, but a little bit of both. But you can see here Joel here from Part 1, Troy Baker again, and 11 by 14. There's going to be a lot of Last of Us signatures coming to this collection in the near future because I purchased a bunch. So yeah, really excited about this one. But you can see here Giancarlo Esposito. This is from The Mandalorian, Moff Gideon from season 1. And I picked this one up, I believe, from Star Wars Autograph Universe. All these are certified. They have authentication. And that's the best way to buy autographs. These are stored in Itoya portfolio, art portfolio. And this is Katie Sackhoff. This is the Bo-Katan from Mando season 1 or 2, whatever it was. Yeah, whatever. I think it was season 2, right? Season 2. So Mando season 2 with Bo-Katan. I love this one. It's signed with a white marker, as you can see, with authentication. And this is when she was kicking ass. She was kicking ass and taking names. So this was pretty exciting. So yeah, gotta love the Bo-Katan signature that we have there. The signature collection is growing. I'm definitely working on that slowly but surely, but it's a lot. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is another just brief scan of the collection room, and I'm very happy with it. You can see I got my podcast gear set up, my Secret Lab Attack on Titan chair, a lot of art prints and props and collectibles and figures. I try to be diverse in my collecting taste. I have a lot of things that I like, so it's not just figures, it's props, it's statues, anything that really gets me connected with the characters in the franchise again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. See you later. Bye.